Hello everyone and welcome to a very exciting video. Today's video is exciting because it is time for the N.E.W.T.s. I'm really excited. I've been anticipating the N.E.W.T.s for a month now since we're going closer to August, and I'm just so thrilled because I have so many books on my TBR that I'm super excited for. So yes, if you didn't know what this readathon is, it is a month-long readathon inspired by Harry Potter, and it's hosted by G from Book Roast. It is one of the most creative readathons I've ever taken part of, and I'm really excited to participate in the N.E.W.T.s. To participate in the N.E.W.T.s, you have to succeed in the owls, and I did, and I'm super excited to get into it. I have like 3 careers I'm trying to go for because I can't make up my mind. I'm trying to go for Mind Medic and Curse Breaker because why not just go all out? Yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the books that I'm going to be reading. I do have one book that is actually not on my N.E.W.T.s, and that is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I'm reading this for the Throne of Glass of readathon that I'm doing. I read one book each month, and yeah, I'm really excited to finally get to Queen of Shadows. If you didn't know what Throne of Glass is about, it follows an assassin named Selena Sardothian and a war, basically. So basically you have to get, it depends on what the classes are. Some are you have to get like an E or an O in a certain subject to pass it. So yeah, let's just get on to it. The first class is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and the first prompt is to read a book with a black under the dust jacket, and for that I am reading Black Wings Beating by Alex London. I'm actually really excited to be getting to this. So this follows 2 siblings who, one is a talented falconer and the other one wants to be one. Bryson is the one who strives to be a great falconer, and his sister Kaylee, she's the one who possesses ancient gifts where she's a really good falconer. But she actually wants to be free from falconry forever. But even though she's nearly made it out, there is a war rolling toward her village where no bird or falconer will be safe from this invasion. Together they must embark on a journey to save their village, and yeah, things happen for there, I'm guessing. The second prompt is to read a book you just remembered from your TBR, and for that I chose Monsters Volume 3 by Marjorie Liu. This is a book that has been on my TBR for the past 3 months and I still haven't gotten to it, and this month I finally need to do it. And the last prompt is to read a book from an English author or set in England, and this one's probably kind of reaching, but it's the only one that I have. I'm gonna count it. I don't care. And that is The Vanishing Throne by Elizabeth May. This is actually set in Scotland, so it's near England. But yeah, this follows a girl who hunts fairies. This is the second book in the trilogy, so I'm not gonna give much away. But if you like Holly Black inspired fairies, but better, read this. It's super good and super underrated. So the next class is Charms, and for this I have to read 3 books. The first prompt is to read a book with a gorgeous cover, and for that I'm reading Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpretto because this cover is really pretty and it has sprayed edges, so yes, perfect fit for this prompt. So what I know is that this follows a group of Phoenix Riders and 2 sisters who are in a war, I guess. Okay, I had a sister once. I promised her that there would not come between us, but it is a fact of life that one must kill or be killed, rule or be ruled. Sometimes the title queen is given, sometimes it must be taken. So I think this is probably going to be a book where 2 sisters are fighting over the crown, and both of them are willing to kill each other for it. So I'm really excited. I've heard not a lot of things about this, and yeah, I'm hoping I will enjoy it. So the next book I will be reading is to read a graphic novel, comic, or book under 150 pages. Now originally I was going to do Tea Dragon Society, but I think I'm just changing it right now. I've made that decision. I will be reading Black Butler Volume 3 because I want to get a move on in this manga series so I can get the next books. So yeah, this follows a butler who's more than just a butler. And the last prompt is to read a book that has paperback pages, and for that I'm reading An Arc of the 10th Girl by Sarah Ferry. So the back says, simmering in Patagonia myth, the 10th Girl is a gothic psychological thriller with a haunting twist. So the next class is Potions. For this I have to read 2 books. The first one is to read someone's favorite, and for that I'm choosing Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyan. And why I chose this is because a lot of the people I see read this love it, so I'm gonna be one of those people who do. Follows a girl named Lei who is a member of the Paper Cast, and she's taken by the Demon King to be a consort because he's enamored by her golden eyes. And over the weeks of training at the palace, she does the unthinkable. She falls into a forbidden romance. Now the next one is to read a book with a green cover, and for that I'm reading Rules for Vanishing. It's also an arc. By the way, I didn't mention it, but 10th Girl comes out in September, and so does this one. Sarah knows the only way to save her sister is to follow the road in the woods. The one that appears once a year. The one with rules and secrets its travelers must keep. The one Lucy Gallows walked decades ago before she disappeared and became nothing more than a ghost and a legend. Sarah knows that as she steps into the road, she might not come back. But she has to try. The road is calling her and Lucy is waiting. So yes, this sounds like a really cool ghost story, and I'm super excited to finally get to it. I hope it's as creepy as I get the feeling it is. Next class is herbology, and I only have to read one book to pass this one, and the first prompt is to read a book that is an audiobook. And for that I'm reading Soul the Sword by Julie Kagawa. This follows the events of Shadow of the Fox, which follows a kitsune who is tasked with protecting an ancient scroll before demons get it and destroy everything. And I'm listening to this on audio because I listened to Shadow of the Fox on audio and absolutely loved it, so I'm looking forward to continuing. The next class is Transfiguration, and for this I have to read 2 books to pass. The first prompt is to read a book that has LGBTQIA rep, and for that I'm reading Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston. This is a sequel to Heart of Iron, which is an Anastasia telling set in space. Next prompt is to read a book that is not a first in the series, and for that I'm reading God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. This is a sequel to Nevernight, which follows an assassin named Mia Corvier. Well, the next class is Muggle Studies, and for this I have to read 2 books to pass. First prompt is to read a book with photo elements, and this is actually kind of hard to find because I don't have a lot of books with photo elements, and the only one I could pick up was My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. I guess this is like a spooky retelling. Well, what I heard, this is a Jane Eyre retelling that is spooky and it's supposed to be funny. I'm like 30 pages into it. It's okay, but I'm hoping it improves, and yes, really excited to get to it. Second one is a book set in our real world, and for that I'm actually going to be rereading Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I read this back in June and fell head over heels for this. Like, this is one of my favorite books of all time. Basically, it's what happened if the first son of America and the Prince of England fall in love. And it's so heartwarming, it's good, and I highly recommend it. Last class is arithmetic, and for that I have to read 3 books to pass. So the first one is to read a book that ends on an even number page, and for that I'm reading Autobiography by Christina Lauren. This is a love story, basically. That's all I know. To read a standalone, so I'm doubling up and putting Red, White, and Royal Blue in that category, so yeah. And then the last prompt and the last book on my TBR is to read a book longer than 350 pages, and for that I'm reading Immunity by Erin Bowman. This is a sequel to Contagion, and I'm so hyped for this. Like, I have been waiting for this since I last read Contagion, and I can't wait to get to it because I heard it's even freakier than the first one. So yes, that is my very ambitious August TBR. I think there's about like 16 books on this one, but I read like 18 books in July, so I have high hopes for this. I think I can do it. Let me know down below what career you are going for and what books that you're looking forward to most on your TBR, and I will see you in the next video.